The set of integers. The set of integers consists of all positive whole numbers, all negative whole numbers, and zero. Like for example, -3, -2, -1, 0, 1, 2, 3, and so on. Integers that are greater than 0 are called positive integers. Integers that are less than 0 are called negative integers. A positive number can be written with a positive sign or the plus sign, but it does not need to have a sign. So no need to write the positive sign. Like for examples, 1, 3, 5, 7, 99, 100, and 1202, and so on. A negative number must be written with a negative sign. Examples, -2, -35, -77, -102, -3102. So in negative number, it is required to put or write the negative sign. 0 is neither positive nor negative. Integers can also be shown by locating them as points on a number line. On a horizontal line, number line, positive integers are to the right of zeros, from here to here, and negative integers are to the left. The number associated with a point on a number line is the coordinate of the point. So this is the coordinate. The point on the number line assigned to 0 is called the origin. Numbers that are of the same distance from 0 or origin, but on opposite sides of 0 is called opposites. So the opposite of -4 is 4, and the opposite of 4 is -4. Give the opposite of the given integer. -2. So the opposite of -2 is +2. -3, so that is 3. A -3, that is +3. 15, that is -15. 120, that is -120. And 0, that is 0 also. Integers are also used to describe situations involving temperature, profit or loss, time before or after, a lift of a space shuttle, and elevation of land. In all of these examples, integers are used to count positive and negative units. Example, letter A, we have 27 degrees Celsius above 0 degrees Celsius. So that is positive 27. Letter B, -13 degrees Celsius but below 0 degrees, so that is -13. According or as what I said a while ago, below 0 is a negative numbers. 400 degrees Celsius, that is below 0 degrees Celsius, that is -400. And 1735 degrees Celsius above 0 degrees Celsius, that is positive 1735. And lastly, 97 degrees Celsius above 0, that is 97. So plotting point is marking the coordinate on the number line. Like for example, this one. Point Z corresponds to a number 5 units to the right from the origin. Okay, from the origin here to 5 units to the right. So 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 5. So this one is the point Z. Okay, next. Point M is 7 units to the left from the point Z. So from here, then 7 units from the point, to the left from the point C. So galing dito, papunta dito sa left. So this is, so the point M is in -2. Plot A is the origin. Point A is the origin. So in the middle. Okay, next. Absolute value. Absolute value of an integer is equal to its distance from 0. Its concept is so important in mathematics that it has its own symbol. The absolute value of x is written as absolute value of x. Find each absolute value. For example, absolute of 5. Since 5 is 5 units from 0, the absolute value of 5 is 5. -5. So find the absolute value of -5. Since -5 is 5 units from the 0, the absolute value of -5 is 5. Find for absolute value of 3. Since 3 is 3 units from 0, the absolute of 3 is 3. For -3, that is positive 3. And for the absolute value of 0, that is also 0. Then find the value of each expression. Example, absolute value of 9 plus absolute value of 2. So the absolute value of 9 is 9 plus the absolute value of -2, just remove the sign. So that is 2. Then add now, we have 11. Next, absolute value of 7 minus the absolute value of 3. Since the absolute value of -7 is 7, then minus 3, that is 4. Next, absolute value of 17 minus absolute value of 12, -12. Okay, since the absolute value of -17 is 17, minus 12, since the absolute value of -12 is 12. So 17 minus 12, that is 5. Next, negative absolute value of -2 times the absolute value of -4. So the absolute value of -2 is 2 times the absolute value of -4 is 4. So 2 times 4, that is 8. Absolute value of -10 divided by the absolute value of 5. So the absolute value of -10 is 10 divided by the absolute value of -5, which is 5. So 10 divided by 5, that is 2. Next, absolute value of 10 minus 21. So first, subtract the numbers inside the absolute sign. So 10 minus 21, that is -11. So then find the absolute value of -11. The answer is 11.